What's good, people? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please do subscribe down below, smash the like button, hit the bell. Those things help out a lot. YouTube's not been notifying people when we upload our videos, so make sure that you hit the bell so that you get notified. Don't miss out. Anyway guys, today we've got a dope episode for you. A lot of people have been doing the 48 hours before harvest, 24 hours before harvest. You know what I'm talking about. The bro science that's supposed to make your plants produce more trichomes and stuff. Well, today we're going to break all of that down for you because that's a hot topic and a lot of people do it and they don't even know why they're doing it. And it's never a bad idea to look for ways to enhance your harvest. One of the best things that you can do as a grower is to become better educated on how these plants are grown and what issues can affect their ability to produce cannabinoids and terpenes. One simple way to keep your crop strong is by paying attention to the dark cycle during the growth process. So like I said, we're going to break all that down today. But before we get into that, guys, just a reminder, Seed Club membership is still open. Make sure you snag a membership spot. Spots are filling up. So make sure that you grab yours before it closes. And we're also giving away free testers with every purchase of merch on our website, so make sure you grab some merch, support the channel. Thank you, fam. And if you want to grab some growing knowledge, make sure to check out our sister channel, the I Can Podcast. Just had High Again on there, all about autos, so definitely check it out. It's a dope episode and we got lots of stuff planned for that channel. So we put a link up here. Make sure you join for free. Just smash the button and join. Without further ado, guys, let's get into today's episode. Okay guys, so for home growers like us, dark period is super important. Our favorite type of plant is one that depends on some period of darkness to properly cultivate. It's not until the days get shorter that the plants start to flower. The dark cycle plays a huge role in the potency of the flower. The trichomes, which are like those little fuzzy layers on top of the plant, the frost or the ice or the crystals that usually creates a nice little strong aroma, that's actually a defense shield for the plant itself in nature. But they're also the part of the plant that does most of the heavy lifting when it comes to producing the cannabinoids and terpenes that make the flower such a desirable flower. Now there's a lot of debate on this topic, but a lot of growers suggest that plants need to be kept in the dark for a significant amount of time before harvest. If you see that your trichomes is starting to turn, you'll want a cycle of between 24 to 48 hours to really maximize the potency of that plant that you're growing. Or at least that's what they say. The vast majority of growers tend to lean towards a longer time frame being a better choice, though those who are less concerned with the potency might benefit from the shorter time period. So like I said, the quality of the buds depends on the percentage of THC and other cannabinoids, and growers go to great lengths to increase these levels. And this also goes for the terpenes. Now a lot of people say that darkness leads to dankness. One of the most popular ways to danken up those buds is to extend the dark period before harvest. It can range from 24 hours to even 1 week or more. And don't think that the usefulness of darkness before harvest is a myth. There are actually a few compelling theories as to why it happens. So I'm going to run through those and you let me know what you think. Which one you think it is. One explanation is that the dark period improves the quality of bud because of that mild stress. The mild stress, they say, increases the production of resin in buds. Another way to stress your plants, supposedly in a good way, is to lower the nighttime air temperature or even cool down the root zone by watering your plants with cold ice water. There may be some truth to it, so feel free to experiment. We did, so definitely check out our channel. Broke a lot of myths and busted a lot of bro science theories. Another theory says that such a reaction to an extended darkness is actually an evolutionary mechanism. There's logic that the plants begin to flower when the nights become longer and longer, and this signals to the plants that they better hurry up if they want to produce seeds before winter. Unpollinated female plants keep increasing the mass of flowers in hopes that at least some of them manage to catch pollen. And if nights are not just long but seemingly endless, then the process of making more and more flowers and more THC reaches a frenetic pace. I personally don't think this is a good explanation because in nature there's no one who turns off the sun for like several days in a row. Another theory, which I sort of like, says that at night sugars and starches travel from above ground part of the plants to the root zone, and those are stored there for future use. Now sugars and starches aren't something that improves the quality of the smoke. On the contrary, they actually make it harsh and the taste a little bit unpleasant. To get rid of these unwanted substances and the chlorophyll, growers slowly dry and cure their buds for several weeks. However, you can do the same with the dark and long phase before harvest, at least partly. I don't know. Finally, there's this explanation that seems to me good science. It's common knowledge that the content of the THC and other cannabinoids fluctuate. It reaches its peak at the end of the dark period, which is at night, and cannabinoids partly get degraded during the day by the light. It's because the cannabinoids and terpenes protect the flowers from harmful effects of UV radiation. So that said, the obvious choice is to harvest your flowers before the lights go on indoors or at dawn outdoors. By the same logic, with longer darkness before harvest, THC production may even increase more. And one more thing, some growers use shorter days and longer nights, like 11-13 flowering cycle. It's also supposed to make the flowers more resinous, but we're not 100% sure that that's true. Now Now, many websites and forums out there refer to a study that was supposedly done by the SIMM. I actually couldn't find this publication if there ever was any, but at least SIMM is a real organization. Well, it used to be anyway. But the story says that they once conducted an interesting experiment, and they harvested half of the plants in a regular way and another half after darkness for 72 hours. What they later analyzed with the final dry product was that THC levels in some of the strains was up as much as 30% compared to their counterparts which are harvested in a regular way. So what does this all say? I don't know. You gotta break it down and take it how you want to take it. But all that said, the darkness period before harvest is said to impact the terpene levels. As with the same with cannabinoids, the concentration of aromatic substances in the flower increases during the dark cycle. During the day when the air gets warm and sometimes hot, part of the terpenes evaporate, and for this reason alone it's very important to lower the temps by a few degrees, especially during flowering and especially closer to harvest. Remember, terpenes and flavonoids make the smoke smellier and tastier, so naturally a few days before harvest can contribute to the higher concentration of terpene in buds. All growers who've tried keeping their plants in a completely dark room for 24 to 48 hours or more report on how intense the smell becomes. So, how long should you keep your flowers in the dark before harvest? Suppose you're not in a hurry and can wait as long as it's necessary for the buds to reach the peak of their quality. How long is enough? How long is enough? Well, at the very least, you should harvest your buds at the end of their last night. So, the last 12 hours of darkness. Right after you turn the lights back on, don't turn them on. Just harvest them. That's when you should harvest them if you don't got much time. But that said, a 24 hours long night will hardly make a difference that you'd notice. 36 hours, 48 hours is more like it. As we already mentioned, experiments have confirmed the efficiency of 72 hours, which is 3 days. I've also left my plants for as much as 5 days and I noticed great smells. Some growers have shared stories about how they've left their plants for over 1 week and more. Generally, they say the nugs were fire, but the long periods with no light also made the buds less solid. Now, you gotta beware of bud rot and mold. When you leave flowers in the dark before harvest, make sure the soil is dry. It's a bad idea to water your plant before turning off the lights for good. First, lower humidity means higher THC. Second, by keeping both the medium and the air dry, you decrease the risk of mold and bud rot. You won't have a chance to inspect your plants for several days, so take all precautions if you don't want to see your harvest completely spoiled. Now, drying and curing does the trick too. When you cut a plant, hang it upside down in a dark closet to dry, it doesn't mean that the plant is dead. It has no roots. Sure, but it's still alive, and the chemical processes inside it slow down, but they carry on. So the idea of using prolonged darkness to improve the quality of bud works here as well, which means that when you dry your buds and later cure them, never expose them to direct light. Complete darkness isn't necessary, but it wouldn't hurt either. Now people ask, darkness before harvest for autoflowers? Hell yeah, given the popularity of the automatic strain, no wonder people keep asking if they can give a dark period before harvest to the autos. Of course you can. All the principles above apply to any plant, including autos. So like I said, darkness helps plants replenish THC and terpenes. During the day, THC partly degrades and terpenes partly evaporate. So the best time for harvest is early morning. And if you extend the night before harvest to at least 2 days, you can arguably get more flavorful and potent buds. We're sure many of you have already tried this method, but did it work for you? Like, drop a comment down below and let me know. Please share your experience with us, guys. We want to hear what you guys say. This is all bro science, and we're breaking down the bro science for you because we've done a lot of these bro science techniques before, and some of them work and some of them not really so much. So let me know if this one has worked for you. What do you do with the 48 hours of darkness before harvest, and do you do longer? Do you do like 5 days? Have you done like 10 days? Like, let me know. I'm just interested to find out what you guys say. So smash the like on your way out, and don't forget to check out this video right here and this one right here, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.